Hi friends, it's Rabbi Briskin with a thought for Shabbat. This week's Torah portion, Vayigash, teaches us a lot about forgiveness and growth. In this Torah portion, Joseph, who is now the second most powerful man in all of Egypt, second only to Pharaoh, reveals his true identity to his brothers. Now his brothers had been asking Joseph for food to help feed them during the famine. But his brothers didn't know that it was Joseph from whom they were asking for food and for help. You see, Joseph looked thoroughly Egyptian. He spoke the language. He was unrecognizable to his brothers, but the brothers, of course, were immediately recognizable to Joseph. After a long series of events, Joseph is moved to tears by a dramatic speech, a pleading by his brother Judah that really forces Joseph to reveal himself to his brothers. He sends all of the servants out of the room where he had been in this exchange with Judah, and he says to them, "I am your brother Joseph. Is my father still alive?" It is a dramatic scene in biblical literature, one of the most dramatic scenes, and one that is just astounding on so many levels. But again, I think the lessons of forgiveness and growth are paramount. Forgiveness because Joseph is able to forgive his brothers immediately for what they had done to him many years ago. Remember, they had thrown him into a pit and sold him into slavery and passed him off for dead. A person who might not have been as mature or as strong would have wanted to enact revenge upon their brothers. Joseph had the power to throw them into prison, even to execute them, but he did not. He had compassion for them. In fact, Joseph assured them that everything that had happened was God's will, was part of God's plan. So Joseph is able to forgive his brothers. We also see growth, especially among all the brothers, but especially Judah. Judah is the one who was in this heartfelt exchange with Joseph, at the point he didn't know that it was Joseph, saying that he would put himself in his brother's Benjamin's place to become imprisoned in Egypt, serving time, so to speak, for an act of theft that Benjamin actually did not do, but was blamed for. Judah was ready to put himself in prison and to let Benjamin go home. Again, years ago, Judah was part of the band of brothers who had sold Joseph into slavery. Now he has grown into a much more mature and responsible man who did not want to make the same mistake twice of hurting his father in the way that he had done many years earlier. Joseph, too, has grown. Earlier, he was a narcissistic, immature, petulant teenager. Now he is a great leader of Egypt. We learn many lessons from this story, especially about how our families can grow and mature. I'm sure that in all of our families, we have the opportunity to grow and to forgive and to mature as time goes on. The people that we were when we were teenagers is long gone. Hopefully we have grown into much more mature and thoughtful people, able to let go of some of the misdeeds of our youth, some of the transgressions of the past, so that we can grow as family members, and so we don't have to hold on to such enmity or pain. Joseph was able to let go of all the hurts from before. Judah was able to grow into a different sort of role. And from this point forward, the brothers move down to Goshen, cross the Nile, they settle in Egypt, and they're all reunited as a family. And they, so to speak, live happily ever after. It's a nice ending to a difficult and painful story, one that I hope we can experience in our own families as well. So let's continue to grow, forgive, mature, live, and love as we prepare to enter into the new year of 2021, and God willing, good things ahead. Take care, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.